today on Dr. Phil.
Come on, this is gonna get me mad. Don't describe me. I don't need you. You want me to talk like that? Go away.
He wasn't going to come on the show.
I don't want to be here, Dr. Phil.
But
I'm an abused husband. Do you know what that means, Dr. Phil? I get my face bashed in every day.
once he started talking,
You people are laughing. My home is a mess.
he wouldn't stop.
You're right.
You're right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You've got a know-it-all attitude. How's that working for you in your marriage?
What a farce.
Crawl down off your high horse, buddy. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
I hate to see people suffering, and you've heard long enough.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Wilson, take
I'm going to get you the help that you need.
5, 4.
This is going to be a changing day in your life. This is Marie. Marie has been terrified of her husband, Ron, ever since last year when she says he began saying things like, I really want to hurt you. I just want to bash your face in. Our story will be on the 6 o'clock news, and I'm going to make your murder look like suicide. Now, Marie says that since all of this started, her husband has dragged her down a flight of stairs, has had the cops called on him at least 14 times, and last month she says he smashed her on the side of the head, and she has proof. Take a look.
In the past year, Ron has said to me that he's wanted to smack me.
You're a terrible mother.
I'm a terrible mother, really.
Ron says that we're going to be on the 6 o'clock news. What is he planning in his head?
Don't lie.
I'm begging you to please. I don't want to turn
You're
this,
lying.
Let's just turn these things off and go night.
You're lying.
We were in an argument. He asked me to turn on the recorder to my camera, and he wanted me to record the whole thing.
What do you want? Do it. Do what you want, Marie. Call the cops, punch my face in.
Are
What
you
do you want?
serious? I'm not going
Watch
to
what her
punch
face looks like as she
anybody.
hears.
The fight started to progress,
I gotta call somebody, man. Come on. This is gonna get me mad.
and then Ron came at me.
Give me my phone. Give me my phone right now.
He grabbed the phone from me, hit me on side of the head.
Give me my phone.
Just stop that.
Give me my phone.
In my head, I was thinking, I can't believe you just did that to me.
You just attacked me.
I did not.
Yes, you did. It's on the phone. It's on video.
And then again, he turned around and started to come after me.
Get out of here! Oh! No! 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 Get out of here! Get out of here!
I don't know what he was going to do to me.
No! No!
I was afraid for my life.
Marie says that things are so bad that this past weekend, Ron wrote the word kill on the bathroom mirror, and she says it scared her to death.
I'm not interested in your phone, hon.
Okay.
Whatever you're going in your phone,
Okay,
why don't you go upstairs and go to bed with your daughter, hon? That's
because that's what I need
to.
to do. I saw the word kill written on my mirror. I was horrified.
Like you wrote kill on the mirror.
What?
Nobody else wrote kill on the mirror.
Your daughter's upstairs going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm just waking up at 4:30, babe. Starting
put
my day.
my
I'm
hand
4
next
hours
to it.
before work to wake up. Get upstairs.
I tried to talk to him about it, and he went into a rage.
Shut up. She's not sleeping.
Yeah.
You want your kid? Go away.
You hit those cameras.
Babe,
You're being
please, go
sued.
away. I
You'll be
woke up at
sued.
4:30. I just went to bed with you. I didn't touch your phone. Kill, you're nuts. I want my first cup of coffee. Go away from me.
I'm not nuts.
Go away.
I stayed up all night with Stella on my lap to make sure she was okay, and to make sure that he wasn't going to do anything to us.
Call 911. If there's kill and I touched your phone, please call 911.
No.
Please, Marie. Please call it again. Make it 16 times.
I'm terrified of being locked in the house with him.
Get away from me. I just woke up. I don't want to wake up 4 hours and with you.
We put cameras in your home, right?
Yes.
To see what happens in the natural flow of things.
Yes.
And what we've seen is a high degree of volatility.
Yes.
Are you afraid?
Yeah, terrified.
What do you think's going to happen? What's the downside here?
That I'm going to be another missing wife.
You think he can kill you?
Absolutely.
Has he said so?
Yes.
What did he tell you about it?
He told me that that we're going to be the next story on the 6 o'clock news. He's going to bash my face in. He doesn't know what he's going to do to me. I need to stop bothering him.
You say he has attacked you. He has
Yes.
punched you.
Yes.
You say that he's called you names.
Yes.
What does he call you?
He's called me everything. He's called me fat, disgusting, ugly, lazy, a slut, a whore.
He was trying to tell you on the tape, leave me alone, go away, just get away from me. Mm-hmm. But you didn't. Why?
I just wanted to talk to him.
Well, so where is Ron? After completing his sit-down interview, our field crew reported that Ron appeared happy and calm. But just a short time later, he apparently had a major mood swing and declared he was done with the marriage, was no longer doing the show. Take a look.
Everything seemed to be going really well yesterday, but it seems like right after the field shoot was done, Ron no longer wanted to be a part of the show. I got Ron on the phone myself. He was completely irrational. It was a Jekyll and Hyde situation. So at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, 2 nights before my show, Ron threw a tantrum that completely killed the show. The flight that we were getting Marie and Della on was leaving New York around 6 o'clock. Ron stood on the front lawn and watched his daughter and his wife take off for Los Angeles. So now it's the day before the show. Ron is still MIA. He's not returned any calls.
Sorry to miss your call. If you leave your name and your number, I'll get right back to you. Thank you.
Hey Ron, it's Corinda.
And Marie and Della are landing in Los Angeles.
We just got off the plane. Ron decided the last minute not to come. Ron was giving the Dr. Phil staff a hard time, yelling at them. He wouldn't let them get a word in edgewise. I can't live with this instability for me or my daughter. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Don't quite understand what's going on.
So he didn't come. He leaves you and your daughter to come. Mm-hmm. Well, I have a relentless staff. They have been concerned about this whole family. And the good news is, after much machinations, we did get him here.
Okay.
And so... Ron, Dr. Phil, how are you, sir?
Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Phil.
Have a seat. Well, you're here, but you weren't coming. Why did you have such a change in your mind and demeanor and decide not to come to the show?
That's a great question, Dr. Phil. And the last thing I'd like to do is not meet you and see the beautiful state of California with my camera. I love that. But since November 11th, when this barrage of this particular adventure started with the Dr. Phil show, is the last 60 days of our life, I knew the whole premise of coming out here is built upon fiction. So when it hit me and they told me the details, I'm like, you know, our daughter has not gotten attention from us in 60 days. The house is a mess. She loves talking on the phone 24 hours, not sleeping. I have to go to work, still clean, still cook, do the dishes, come home smiling, go out of the house smiling. I like my 5 hours of sleep. From midnight to 5 is all I require. The rest is how I serve my family. I clean my home, I go to work, I help people, I come home, I got groceries in my hand. You know, there's going to be 2 Maries that I'm going to be able to talk about. There's the loving, most beautiful, caring Marie in the world, and there's the most bitter, ticking time bomb that everybody that knows Marie and loves Marie loves her, but they got to say, Marie, I love you, but I stay a hand's distance away. Nobody comes around her.
I just asked you why you changed your mind.
Sir? And again, I apologize.
Why did you change your mind? You said you were going to come. You said you were going to do all this.
It's really hitting me.
And then
we're here
an hour
now.
later, I mean, seriously, an hour
Because it's
later.
based on lies, Dr. Phil. As I talk to your producers, it's almost like there's a...
Why'd you change your mind?
Dr. Phil, This is a lie why we're here.
Why did you change your mind?
When you hear the things I have to say about the person I love the most in life, I don't want to be here, Dr. Phil. Wait till you hear what I have to say.
I am going to get Ron to answer my question. What happened between 3 and 4 o'clock? Right after the break.
I'm an abused husband. Do you know what that means, Dr. Phil? I get my face bashed in every day. You people are laughing. My home is a mess.
And later, your daughter picks up the tab for you coming in here and covering your ass.
You're right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. What a farce.
Okay, what happened between 3 p.m. on Saturday and 4 p.m. on Saturday when you went?
I'm an abused husband. Do you know what that means, Dr. Phil? I get my face bashed in every day.
Okay.
Okay?
Did that happen between 3 and 4?
No, it didn't.
What happened between 3 and 4 that you changed your mind?
I'm dealing with a lunatic, okay?
Answer the question.
What? I'm going to come here and say these bad things about my wife on
I don't
TV.
know why you came. You said no. Now why are you here?
Because I was going to have 3 days apiece to be, okay, yes, no.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, I got the answer.
No, time out. You know, listen.
You can ridicule me. You can ridicule me for being...
Come on, you can be a victim later. I'm just asking you...
The victim is sitting there, Phil.
I am just asking you a simple question. I have made no accusation against you. You have no idea where I come down on this. And do
I know
not
where you come down. If we were reversed...
You don't. Do not presuppose. Let me tell you something.
I watch her show every day, Dr. Phil, and I live with her. This is fictitious.
Thank you for watching. Seriously.
You can try to make a fool out of me, Dr. Phil. I'm coming. The only way I told Marie, I would never go. If I was accused of this, I wouldn't even come.
Okay.
No way.
Let me ask you
I would
something.
not come here if I didn't feel like this is the complete opposite. At least give me that much weight.
Let me ask you something here. How does me asking you
why I didn't come,
what caused you to change your mind between 3 and 4, how does that mutate into me making a fool out of you?
Your audience is laughing. You're not giving me a chance to
They're laughing
speak.
because you are making a fool out of you.
I'm comfortable.
Because you're simply not being responsive. I'm just asking you a simple... Ron.
Once we get to the meat and potatoes, and she has nothing to stand on...
We would so be into the meat and potatoes if you were not filibustering and failing to answer a question. We would already be into all of that.
But you just pulled me from the front lines hours ago. I came from the war, post-traumatic stress disorder. You people are laughing. My home is a mess. A mess.
All right, take a deep breath here. Let me explain something to you. I got one goal here.
Yes. Let's get past that one answer, Dr. Phil. My God. She's seen kill on the mirror.
Ron, I have one goal here.
Protect my 4-year-old daughter.
And that is to try...
Don't make my relationship work, Dr. Will. I want my daughter protected. She's got psychotherapy this long, not taking medications, getting drunk, punching me in the face. The cops come. Marie, there's no assault on there, but twice they take her. Who do I got to keep saying it to? I went to CPS. I went to domestic violence. I'm coming to you. Now I'm here again like this. I'm like this, Dr. Phil. Everybody knows me in life. I'm not like this, dude.
Eye contact.
I know.
Okay, listen to me. I have one goal here.
Yes, what is that?
Thank you. I want to calm this situation down because
I don't want to get like that.
We have, in my opinion, a child growing up in a highly toxic situation.
And as of right now, she's a perfect kid.
I want that toxic situation to improve or be defused or get her out of it. So I ask you, why did you change your mind and decide you didn't want to come? Was it something she said? Was it something you thought?
My neighbor
Did you just have a shift in opinion?
My neighbor came over. I wasn't going to answer. I was going to have 3 days of peace in my home, clean this house. So when she come home, she'd have a clean house, and I was leaving.
Then
I was
why
going to my
bother
mother's.
to do the interview with us if you weren't going to come?
Because I don't want to do that, Dr. Phil.
You want to do what?
Hold on now. Hold on. Let's go slow, all right? Now you got I came. My neighbor came this morning. It's Ron, why don't you go? There's no way Marie's ever going to get help if you don't go. And then what's Della left with?
Okay, so you don't know what changed your mind. Did you ever
Apparently
intend to
you
come?
don't know what changed my mind.
Did-
I know what changed my mind.
Okay, tell me what it is. Just give me 2 sentences about why you
Della.
changed.
Della.
Okay.
My daughter.
Okay,
She's going to come home.
Between
Nothing's
3 and
gonna
4,
change.
something happened about Della.
I don't even know about 3 and 4, dude. This is from November 11th when I called CPS on her. The barrage of emails. Did you see all the stuff I sent you, Dr. Phil? I don't know if you had. I brought it with me.
If you sent it, I've seen it. I got a notebook about 250 pages thick. I get it. Between 3 and 4, nothing particularly happened. You just had a change of opinion. Change of heart.
I changed of heart.
All right, we're going to take a break.
I had a change of heart.
Gotcha. Next, Ron says Marie is not the victim, that he is the victim, and he is fed up with her insane accusations. We'll talk about that when we come back.
You wanted to start
Here's your food card. You want me to talk like that when you say, give me the food card?
Anything will set Ron off.
This is where we start getting crazy. You're making...
Wait, no!
He punches things. His hands bleed.
Yeah. You want your...
There's definitely something wrong with these rages. One time I tried to joke with him about a lighter, and he grabbed me by my shirt and pulled me down the stairs. And in order for me to get away from him, I had to bite him. I had to call the police. Another time in the middle of the night, Ron was snoring, and I just touched him to let him know. He got up so mad, and he popped me with like 3 fingers like that, and made me start to think like, God, there's something really wrong here.
Forget it!
That looks very awful.
Yeah, you should see it
And
through
that's just in the last 60 days when she got the camera phone.
Yeah, you should see it through a child's eyes. Changes who they are. Changes who they are. And for you guys to be doing that and doing it in front of this child or with her in the next room, whatever, shame on both of you. He says, and these are my words summarizing him, that you are overdramatic, melodramatic, and don't know when to walk away. And as a result, it just goes on and on and on and on. Fair summary?
Yes, sir.
What do you say about that? I mean, even before he got out here, I asked you, God, it seemed like he asked you 10 times to just walk away,
Yeah.
and you just rah, 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 rah. Do you not know what you're doing? Do you not know that that's escalating things?
I guess I never realized it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's escalating things for me to actually stay there.
And you say it doesn't take much to set him off. I thought I got a pretty good example of that when I asked you why you changed your mind.
I'm
And
passionate.
20 minutes later.
I'm passionate, but I'm never physical, Dr. Phil, ever. Never once touched her, never called her anything fat, ugly. She's beautiful. Everything she says is a lie. Unfortunately, as I observed her for 8 years, she doesn't know she's lying. She can't help it.
Did you write kill on the mirror?
I did not write kill on the mirror, Dr. Phil. I have a blanket and pillow in the trunk of my car, and I didn't come home that night, Dr. Phil. I slept on the barbershop floor. I wasn't coming home when she said she's seen the word kill on it.
Tell me the truth. Who put that on the mirror?
Tell her the truth.
He put it there.
When did he put it there? He said he wasn't home.
He was home that whole day we were taping. The video cameras were in the house.
And he wrote kill on the mirror.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Somebody is lying.
Yes, sir. This
Okay,
is my life for 8 years. That's why I'm like this.
Somebody is lying about this.
She's cold, cool, calm, and collective. That's scary.
And what that means to me, if somebody's lying here, is that there are 3 agendas. There's your agenda, and then the family daughter agenda, and it's coming in third. Because one of you is lying. and your daughter picks up the tab for you coming in here and covering your ass. Now, I want somebody to tell me the truth. You two think about that. When we come back, Ron says Marie's physically attacked him repeatedly, spit in his face, and was once arrested for being intoxicated. Plus, we'll hear from Marie's Aunt Robin. We're going to find out why Ron's rage literally left her shaking when we come back.
Please, don't discount me. You already beat me all the time. Don't discredit me.
I don't beat you. Stop
all
lying.
7 years, I was your slave
Stop
of
lying
love.
to yourself.
It's just been 8 years of talking to like insanity.
He punching my
Rock!
face in.
We're at an end.
I will divorce you before anything gets in the way of me and my daughter.
Your anger's gonna get in the way.
It's not.
We're in an 8-year movie here. The movie started the day I met her, and it's continuing this second.
Oh, look at me. I'm shaking apart. I'm a lunatic. Are you gonna keep calling the police and being angry and hurting me, biting me, punching my face in? I clean, I shop.
No.
I rub your feet.
I begged you. You rub my feet.
Please,
when I was
don't
pregnant.
discount me. You already beat me all the time. Don't discredit me.
I don't beat you. Stop
All
lying.
7 years, I was your slave
Stop
of
lying
love.
to yourself.
Now,
Well, no, your perception is your reality.
Babe, let Dr.
Ron,
Phil be the
Ron.
judge.
I get irate because it's just been 8 years of talking to like insanity.
You went up to my face, Ron. You went directly up to my face to face, and you said, "Go ahead, you whore. Go ahead, punch me."
She's not well. So I give her the benefit of the doubt while being a punching bag. We're at an end.
Okay, look.
I don't think domestic violence is a platform for laughter, because if some of your women are doing domestic violence, it's not funny.
Crawl down off your high horse, buddy. Come on. They're laughing at the ridiculousness of the antics. They don't think it's funny, and to suggest that they do is inappropriate.
If this was reversed, you guys would be crying for her. Oh my God, Dr. Phil. Unbelievable.
Listen, you've got a know-it-all, sanctimonious attitude. How's that working for you in your marriage?
Sir, just remember.
How is it working for you
not.
in your marriage? Then why don't
But
you
this
do
is the end
something
result.
different? You're here to get some help. So I think you could quit commentating on the audience and focus on the problem you've got. Because I'm going to tell you, somebody's going to tell me the truth here, and this situation
looking
is
at
going
it,
to
Dr.
change,
Phil.
or I'm reporting this to CPS, and you got a
I
serious
did.
problem. Yeah. Okay.
Just so you know, I went to CPS on November 11th.
All right, you're
That's
right.
just 2 months ago.
You're right.
You're right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. What a farce. Do you have a lie detector
Yes.
test? You're looking for the person telling the truth. You're staring at him. She's lying. I'm abused and telling the truth. She's
Well,
been doing this for 30 years.
Marie's
I'm
Aunt
just the
Robin
last 8 years
says
stop.
Ron is a rageaholic who abuses drugs, has attacked his wife Marie, and buys alcohol for his wife to get her in the mood. Let's hear what she has to say.
Ron decided to tell me she doesn't cook, that she doesn't clean, that she doesn't do anything right. She doesn't act like a wife should act. And I told him, Ron, you can go and, buy something at the grocery store. And he said to me, now I know why OJ killed Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson. He's telling me that he's going to kill me. I thought that he was threatening me, telling me I better stay my distance. I believe he has real rage issues and that he was threatening my life.
Well, we also talked to Ron's neighbor, Scott. Now, he's a private investigator, and he says, look, I've been around, and the innocent one in this situation is Ron. Take a look at what he had to say.
About a year ago, my wife, my 3-year-old, and myself moved next door to Ron and Marie. Ron and Marie's daughter, Della, and my daughter are great friends. Having access to certain things as a private investigator, I was able to check out backgrounds. Ron has never lied to me. He's always been very forthcoming with anything in his past. Marie would get angry at least 2 to 3 times a week. On one occasion, I heard ridiculous, vile language coming from the backyard. Marie was on the phone screaming. Every other word was profanity. Ron told me that Marie sometimes suffers from rage. Marie has claimed that Ron is a drug addict, an abuser. Marie has also claimed that Ron has wanted to murder her at one time. All of these accusations are ridiculous.
So, two very different characterizations. Marie says it's heartbreaking when her 4-year-old daughter yells, "Don't fight," or "Stop yelling," in the middle of one of her screaming matches with Ron. Plus, Marie's medication and alcohol intake has raised a really big red flag for me. We'll be right back.
Ron told Child Protective Services that I have a violent temper.
That's why I called CPS, because you break things, you hit me.
And that he didn't feel safe with me being home alone with Della. He makes Della cry all the time.
But it's okay. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, hon.
He tells Della to leave Mommy alone. She told me that she doesn't think Daddy loves me.
What did you just say? Who doesn't like me?
And she was sitting on the floor. She was kind of shy about it.
I'm so sorry, honey. You know he loves you, right?
Well, that, I'm telling you, shame on both of you for getting involved in that and putting her through it. And I'm going to tell you, this doesn't just upset a child for the day, it changes who they are because it threatens their base of operations. They're wondering if everything is going to fall apart. Now, something happened on the home cam that I would like to discuss with Marie. Take a look at this.
Did you drink last night or no? Did you throw those away?
I did dump them. They're outside.
Okay, because there was
I
3
dumped
bottles
them.
of
I
whiskey
dumped
here.
them.
It's not a question if we're going to get divorced. It's a question if Dr. Phil says you're safe enough to continue to be your mother with your daughter. Trust me.
Okay. Now, Ron says that you take a combination of Celexa and Klonopin, and then you drink whiskey. Listen, I'm worried about this mix of pills and alcohol, and I wanted a physician to address that concern with you.
Okay.
Now, one of our resources here at the Dr. Phil Show is Doctor On Demand, which is a company that we actually founded in our family that allows you to talk to a doctor virtually instantly. We use Doctor On Demand with our guest here, but everybody can use it at home. You can get the app. You go to Google Play or the App Store, you download it, you put in your information, you can be talking to a board-certified physician in a matter of seconds. I'll tell you what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to get a specialist to come in, my gift to y'all,
Thank you.
a specialist to come in and teach you how to communicate. I want to help y'all with that. Will you do that? If I arrange that,
Yeah.
will you do that?
I'm more than willing.
And we're gonna show you how to relax and calm down together. We're gonna actually do some meditation together, some relaxation together, and then teach you how to communicate. And I think the silence is going to be deafening. I think your daughter's going to go, "Oh wow, wow! I got my mom and dad back."
I want her to feel that again.
So, will you take this help?
Yes.
Will you take this help?
Absolutely, yes. There's a psychological factor. There's a marriage counseling factor. Myself going to AA and quitting smoking, but it's a combination.
No, I'll help you with that too.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're going to help you with
all the above.
We're going to help
it's
you with
definitely
smoking
a piece
right
of the
away.
puzzle. Yes, yes. I got the patches. I know the theory, but I'm not going to leave here and stop smoking.
No, I didn't ask you to do that. Just so you leave.
You got your family this morning. Thank you, Dr. Phil.
We're going to work on this. Coming up, I love this country. I love it for what it offers me and really most everyone I know. Now, is it the best country in the world? In my opinion, yes, it is. Is it perfect? No, of course not. And America is facing one crisis after another, which is why I wrote my new book, We've Got Issues: How You Can Stand Strong for America's Soul and Sanity. And I have to tell you, out of 10 books, I think it is the most important, timely, and relevant book I've ever written. Now, Robert is a retired major in the Marine Corps whose passion for education led him to teach at a public school in Pennsylvania. But it didn't take long before his new career ended.
I realized that there were a lot of academic issues going on with the students in the school. At the end of the first grading term, where I was an instructor, I went to put my grades into the district's digital grade book. I was not able to put a grade in that was lower than 50%. I realized that the school had a no-zero grading policy. A teacher is not allowed to give a student below 50% no matter what they do. The major problem I have with this is that students are leaving our public education system unprepared and unready to operate in the real world. We need to start teaching our students and our children early that failure is okay. Learn what you need to learn and move forward and become productive members of our society. Our public education system, the administrations, are more concerned with continuing the funding that they receive than the output and achievement of the students that they teach.
Boy, Robert, I feel your pain. I can't even begin to tell you. First, thank you for your 23 years of service.
Thank you for the support. I appreciate it.
I know a lot of people say that. I don't say it lightly. I mean it. I know the sacrifices you've made and being away. So thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Now, you retire, but you have a passion for education, for teaching. So you wanted to get into that. And you did. It comes time to grade, and you had some students that really weren't making the grade. They weren't getting to where they needed to be. You started working and offering to tutor these children.
That's correct.
Some of these kids weren't turning in anything, right? And if you do nothing, you get nothing, right?
Exactly. And that's really where I ran into the issue. I had one student. There was an opportunity to earn 930 points in the quarter. This individual had 0 out of 930 points, about 30 absences in the quarter, and when I went to put her 0 in the grade book that she had earned, I wasn't able to.
Digitally, you enter it digitally.
Correct.
And you'd hit 0, and it would say...
Defaults to a 50.
You can't give a child what they make?
That's exactly it. So what I ended up doing was I put the quarter grade in as an incomplete, because knowing that, well, an incomplete is better than falsifying the document and saying this student earned 50% when they did not. And that started to cause some issues that I brought up with the administration about students failing. And ultimately, what happened was the administration came back and said, hey, you need to put a 50% in for that grade.
Well, what happened when you persisted in this? You got fired.
Yes, sir, I did. So ultimately what happened was I was verbally counseled, received a written counseling stating that I needed to comply with the grading policies of the school. My rebuttal to that was I'm not going to do something that I'm morally opposed to. I think it's wrong to lie.
But you were terminated.
Yes, sir, I was.
You talk about honor, courage, and commitment as a code that you've learned to live by. Those aren't just words to you. That's an important code to live by. And lying about a student's performance and just selling out to move forward is just not something you're willing to do.
No, it is not.
That's why I've written We've Got Issues, because this is a big issue. And the subtitle of the book is How You Can Stand Strong for America's Soul and Sanity. And what you're talking about is exactly that. That's how you stand strong for the very soul of this country. You're supporting House Bill 1933. What does it say?
Yes, sir. So it's Pennsylvania House Bill, And essentially, it prohibits no zero grading policies. And ultimately, it states that a teacher cannot be required to give a student a grade that does not reflect the level of mastery for that skill that they're supposed to be learning. It's actually modeled after the bill from Texas, which, as to my knowledge, is the only state that has prohibited no zero grading policies in their education system.
Yeah. Were you wrongfully terminated?
Yes, sir, I was.
You going to hold them to account for that?
Yes, sir, I am.
Will you keep us posted on how that goes?
Dr. Phil, I absolutely will.
I hope you do, and I hope you'll come back and let us know how this turns out.
Gladly. It's been a long journey, but I think we're moving in the right direction. And if we are not willing to stand up and do what's right, we're going to fail as a nation.
We are, and I appreciate you being here and sharing this with us.
Dr.
Thank
Phil.
you so much.
Thanks, sir.
I
Appreciate you.
All right, we'll be right back.